Hi there. So today we're going to talk about Google Drawings, when we might use it, and how we actually manage to use it and embed it into Docs. So the first thing I've got here is I've got the start of a task that I might set for the class. And I'm going to say begin by watching this video about the water cycle. I've gone to YouTube. I've got a good video that I like. I'm going to start it 6 seconds in, which we've done before. So let's copy that link. And I just go to my doc. And if I paste that in now, it will ask me if I want to, it will ask me if I want to replace with the water cycle, which I'm going to do. Okay, now that's good because that will just take them to YouTube and they can watch that video and then they can carry on with their work. So now open this drawing task. So I'm going to embed a drawing that I've done before. Now let's have a look how I've done that. So here I've got a drawing task. As you can see, I've added a text box in here. Okay, I did that using text box. I've added an image in here of the water cycle. I've added some instructions here as well, which I can, if I want to, change the size of, just to make it slightly larger. And then I've added some flow diagram boxes, which I can, they can then double click on and complete to show the different stages, to show what happens in sequence in the water cycle. Okay, they can add more boxes in if they want to just by copying and pasting them. Basically, once I give this drawing over to them, it becomes theirs. Okay, and I've just put an arrow around to just show the cyclical nature of the water cycle. Now, how did I get going on the water cycle? Well, I went in Drive and I right-clicked, and you have the usual suspects at the top, but if you click more, you'll get Google Drawings as your first one. You open that up. You can call it, I'm just going to call it Water 2, just because I've already done this. And then I can add text boxes. That's how I would add a text box, just by clicking on text box, water cycle. So I'm just going to do this quickly just to show you how I would get each bit. If I want to get an image, I would go to insert image. I can search the web. I can use any of those other options as well. There you go. Water cycle. There's the diagram that I had. I could choose a different one if I wanted to as well. Let's just choose a different one. I'm going to insert that. And I can resize it. Okay. And this will create an interactive portion of my doc. To get the flowchart shapes, I go to shapes, and in arrows you can see I've got these different flowchart shapes. If you wanted to do a flowchart, you can conceive your own task, and then you just copy and paste them, and paste and paste. I would normally do Control V for this, by the way, but because I'm doing a tutorial, it's easier to do that this way. So this is how I created this task, and you can see it's nice, it lines it up nicely for me. Just move that down a little bit. There we go. Lovely. And we want that one just there. Okay, and you can always resize them or delete them if there's too many. And then to get another text box with my explanation, I would add that in there. Write instructions here. Okay, and then of course with any kind of text box you get all of your different ways to change the text, colour it, make it bold, all of those kind of things, and you would do that exactly the same as you would do for any kind of thing where you're using text boxes. Okay, and you can also, if you want to, you can also, by the way, with some of these bits, you can also make them coloured. So you can make it like light blue as well if you want to, or a green. There we go. And you can make that stand out as well. Let's put that in yellow. There we go. So once that's like this and we've saved it, it's saved in our drive. we can go back to our worksheet. And now I'm just going to insert that drawing that I've just made from my drive. And you can see I've got these different ones here. There's my new one just coming up. But let's go to the original. I'm going to select that, click select, and I'm going to insert it unlinked. Okay, so that when students make updates, it doesn't update my original. Okay, so you can now distribute this task via Google Classroom. Make sure you set this to make a copy for each student. And here, when they open it up, now open this drawing task, they double click on it. And the student would have not only a copy of this task on Google Classroom, where they're going to put their finished drawing, but they'll also have their own copy of the water cycle drawing. And all they would do then to write, they would say rain falls, okay, and runoff, so water runs off, water runoff to rivers and the sea. Okay, so they would complete this, and when they've done that, that will save their water cycle, and then they will insert, if they're on an iPad, they would use the plus button, they'll insert their drawing from Drive, and then you can see now when I insert this, okay, they can link it to the source and then continue to edit it. You can see that those changes have now gone into my drawing. So that is how you would add drawings to Google Doc. You can do this, you can add drawings to make a printed out version, or you can give the student the drawing to adapt themselves and then paste it into their task like we've done here.